So today is a special day for me because I get to be the host and have two very special people from my own COE joining us for Tasty Tuesday. So we welcome back a favorite ACC chef, one of my favorites, of course, but I'm partial, to discuss ACC's pastry arts and a great restaurant. Chef Katie Rangel will be back with you shortly, Chef Katie. We have Katie Rangel, who's the program coordinator for pastry arts and our Tasty Tuesday guest. And then first, we will continue our recognition of September being Workforce Development Month, and we're talking to our very own dean, my boss, Suzette Brimmer, who is the Dean of Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence. Welcome back to the show, Suzette.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Great, great. Well, it might surprise some folks to learn that the Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence has so many workforce programs, but we do. We've got a lot. We have fashion, culinary arts, hospitality, and more. So why don't you tell everyone, give us an overview of the programs that we have in the Center of Excellence.
Certainly. I'm starting off with cosmetology, and under cosmetology, we have the facial program, we have the barber program, lash program, and coming up soon, nail technician, which we're going to be doing in a correction center for women. We've got our hospitality program, restaurant management, of course, pastry arts, culinary arts, fashion design, fashion merchandising.
Well, we're quite busy, and I think I know a little bit about that, as do you. So some really, really good programs. Great to hear about the new program that you've got coming up, the nail technician. So I'll bug Shanice a little bit more about that, our chair over there. But tell us about the A-Leaf Bissonnet cosmetology program. Is that fairly new?
Yes, it is. And we're really excited about it. Once the Katy campus closed, we were looking for a home for our cosmetology program. And so now it will be at the Bissonnet campus. We're very excited to be there. Everyone from the people who keep the campus looking great to the campus management, they're really excited. We've got, we even have people that are calling to register, and the program hasn't even started yet. So that makes us very excited about that. Construction has started. They've knocked out walls. We've got some items, equipment, and everything that's already there. So we're just waiting to just roll in and get started in January of 24. Also, the following fall of 24, we will have a dual credit program with A-Leaf. So that's equally exciting. And they've got a long list of people that we're trying to figure out how we're going to get in and get them making the world just a little bit more beautiful. One person at a time.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. And I can't wait to go get my nails done or be a guinea pig or something like that. So there are a lot of innovations in teaching and learning for career preparation. And I know a lot of these answers already, but you tell us about some of the innovations that we have within the departments.
Well, what I think is really great is how we are using virtual reality in the classroom. Something as like, since we have our Chef Katie on, so we can talk about some of the technologies that she's using. Instead of students having to go to a store or to learn about product design, product placement, how to design a store, why those kind of things are important, she has developed a virtual store for her students so that they get to do this in their business courses, which I think is incredibly important. In a facial program, we use that kind of technology to teach students how to use the machines that are used during facials. Those are very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Touchy, so that they, you can simulate learning how to work on it. So then that way, when you actually get to work the machines, the students are a lot more comfortable with working the machines. And then also we've decreased our breakage or having to have things repaired because the students are getting to work with it. And I'm sure that's the same type of technology that they use in automobile industry when they're teaching people how to do things and construct automobiles. So that's really exciting. In fashion, Our program coordinator, Cheryl Whitaker, is teaching her students how to design stores, how to set them up, why those kind of things are important, how branding occurs, and how just how important social media is, not only because it's everybody does it, but the fact that it can make or break a particular brand, a particular industry. So that's really pretty exciting. Something that I'm really interested in. So, that's a cool thing to learn. So there's a lot of technology and innovation that's used. Those are just a few examples.
A lot of great things. You were talking about that. I saw on the news earlier where they were doing something in the medical industry with some of that technology. So it's amazing that we're also incorporating that within our programs as well. So talk to us about some of the COE's community partnerships. We have a lot of community partnerships. Tell everyone about that.
Yes, we do. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is Makeover for Life. And this is a collaborative effort between Pastry Arts, fashion, merchandising, and design, as well as cosmetology. We just recently, Chef Katie, myself, and Professor Whitaker went to Beacon Hill to meet with the ladies that we're going to actually be working with. These are women that go through a program. Some were incarcerated. Some of the women were in battered shelters, so they're just getting a new, fresh outlook on life. So one of the things that we're doing is making them look more beautiful, teaching them things about how to care for their skin and their hair. Also, how important dress is. Even if your job calls for you to wear a uniform, how important it is to make that first impression. Chef Katie focus is to teach the ladies how to shop in grocery stores. What are the healthier alternatives that you can have? How, if you only have $10, how can you make that grow and feed yourself as well as your family? And teaching families to make the right decisions when it comes to food. All those things are very, very important. But all of our COE programs have their own, let's say, areas of focus that they like to do community service in. But I'm very excited about the makeovers because we're bringing our programs together for one concerted effort. And also what's real beneficial for our students, they're getting skill lessons. They're getting to do what they are learning to do in college, doing it as a professional. And then we're also teaching them about entrepreneurship, which, the majority of our students who come to us, they're already in the field. So they're coming to get to up their game.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of great things. And I think we're getting the time cue. We still have couple more minutes. And I'm going to get you to, in a short time span, tell us a little bit about dual credit and any industry trends, and go.
Yes. Okay. So dual credit is very important to us. It is a good way. It's a pathway for us to get students to come into our program. And it is a great opportunity to work with the ISDs and have students that are getting their high school education. And when they graduate, not only will they graduate from high school, but they'll also graduate with a certificate and in some cases an AAS degree. So that's very exciting. Our partnerships with our ISDs is that we want the students to come to us to finish the curriculum. So that's real exciting. And tell me, part B.
Oh, the industry trends, any industry career trends that we have that we can share really quickly.
Of course, technology is a really big one. Branding, even in a grocery store, chips, whatever it is, the branding of it, and just technology, being able to, shop online. And, who knew that shopping in a grocery store would be as popular, if not popular, than shopping for clothing online. So that, I think all of those things are really exciting.
Exciting. A lot of great things going on. So thank you, Dean Brimmer. As you know, we could talk forever about this stuff because we live it and breathe it every single day. But thank you for being here, Suzette Brimmer, who's our Dean of the Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence. We'll have your information in our post after the show. So I appreciate you coming on today. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Next, we're going to turn it over to, I think, Diana.
That's right, Andrea. What an interesting conversation you had with Dean Brimmer. That is so interesting. But now it's my turn to introduce to everyone one of my favorite chefs, Chef Katie Rangel. I love saying your last name.
Beautiful.
Pastry Arts Program Coordinator of the Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence and our Tasty Tuesday guest. Welcome to the show, Chef Rangel. What better place to be right now celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month? And I know you have an incredible restaurant, Urbe. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes, but this is not my restaurant. I'm just visiting for the morning. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, well, you're at Urbe. That was my complete mistake. But okay, I need to go visit Urbe because I heard the food is excellent. And this is kind of like a Mexican street food in Uptown Park. Is that correct? What brings you there?
Yes, actually, I'm visiting a chef here, Chef Julio Mendez. He's the executive chef. He's also a former HCC student. So I am assisting him with some things, catching up with him this morning, offering some support over here. But Urbe, yeah, they're part of the Hugo's restaurant group. Hugo Ortega and Tracy Vaught are the owners of a few restaurants in Houston, Backstreet Cafe, Caracol, Sochi, Hugo's, and Urbe is their Mexican street food concept. If you haven't been here, it is absolutely delicious. And one thing that's really unique about this restaurant is they have a full line of pastries. So on the weekends, they make all their pastries from scratch. They use super high quality ingredients. They have a wonderful pastry team that do really quality work. So it's a great place to visit.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. So let's go back for a second. You mentioned a name that is synonymous with excellence and history. And especially he is one of our most distinguished HCC alums, Chef Hugo Ortega. Can you tell me a little bit about him and his wife, Tracy, because they've been such an amazing contributors to our COE of consumer arts in the consumer arts programs?
Yeah, they're really just very beautiful people. Tracy sits on our advisory board. She's in every meeting. She really just wants to see the program and the students succeed. Chef Hugo was a student many years ago, and his brother Ruben also was a student in a few pastry courses. They just are really supportive. They want to be a part of our community, our student community, and they made a very generous donation to the HCC Foundation for our students to have scholarships. So we're just really thankful for their partnership and, you know, the ability to do things like this where we can kind of see what's going on with them and they can see what's going on with us and just stay in touch.
That is wonderful, Tracy. So you mentioned also pastries. I am one of the biggest suckers for pastries. So is Urbe one of those places that is a must-go place to go get some pan mexicano dulce?
Yes, exactly. They have the marranitos, the orejas, the all kinds of things. But they also make laminated doughs like croissants, pan au chocolat with their own little twist on it too, their own flavors, seasonal flavors. So yes, you definitely need to check it out. Absolutely.
Okay, so you are the coordinator for the Pastry Arts program. Am I correct?
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the HCC's Pastry Arts program. How is that going? And can you give us an update?
Yeah, the most wonderful update of the last 4 years is that they are working on our second pastry lab, which will essentially double our capacity for baking and pastry students to offer more courses, to offer more specialized courses, more advanced courses, because right now, as it is with one pastry lab, we really can only offer what's in the curriculum. So having that extra space allows us to offer things maybe that are more professional based to industry professionals to come and do a advanced training or have partnerships where people come and train our students in a different level. Offering CE courses that are shorter or cohort courses that are maybe a little bit shorter where you can move through in a different way than you can now. So we're really excited about that. Hopefully that second pastry lab will be done maybe in January. I hope, fingers crossed. I don't know. Pray to all the gods in the universe that happens. So we're really excited about that.
Oh, that is amazing. I am so excited about the new pastry lab. And let me ask you something about some of the activities that our students can go and take advantage of in the culinary program. I know there is a lot of opportunities for internships and of course, obtaining the scholarships. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think the most recent thing is that HCC has opened an apprenticeship department. Well, maybe it's just new to me, I'm not sure, but that's something that there's really a lot more focus, a renewed focus on, where we have really big industry partners like MD Anderson, Moody Gardens, the Marriott, as well as local partnerships, local businesses that are able to offer apprenticeships to our students. So it's kind of like a guided apprenticeship. There's a pay advantage for the student. There's a wage advantage for the industry partner that they get for taking on our student. So it really just exposes our program in a different light, and it's something that we're looking to continue to grow.
Oh, that is amazing. This is valuable information for all of our students and for our viewers to know. But one more thing for you, Chef Katie, is how about if we're out in the community and people want to taste our students' food? Do we have something available at HEC that could be open to the public, and so they can come and take an advantage of eating some of this delicious food that our students prepare?
Yeah, your best bet is to follow us on social media. We have a link there to our a la carte class, which is Thursday morning and afternoon. The class is completely run by students. The back of house, the people who are doing the cooking, and the front of house, the people who are doing the serving, are all HCC students in our program. They rotate positions every week, so they get the experience of both front and back of house. But you can purchase a ticket there to come and have lunch with us. I think it's at least 3 courses. There's like an appetizer, soup, salad, the main course, and a dessert. So definitely purchase a ticket, support our program, and come have lunch or dinner with us.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I do have to bring in Dean Brimmer into the conversation for a second, because this program is kind of, to me, like a hidden jewel that we want everybody to know, but how can we get the word out? Dean Brimmer, can you help us get an understanding on what would be the most effective way to really get to our community and let them know that we have this wonderful program at HEC, our Culinary Arts program?
Well, we do that in several ways. Like Chef Katie says, we have a very active Facebook. We've got a student club that she runs, so that they're out in the community. They get the word out. They also have community partners that they help. Like one of the things that they've done is decorate cookies. Our students bake the cookies, but then they took them to a school and had the students do a demo of actually decorating cookies. So I think that's a really good way to get the word out. And then also, Diana, your area, communications, does a good job of letting the community know what we're doing. But I think all of those concerted efforts really help us get the word out. And I think also the expansion of our dual credit programs, not only does that expose us to the ISDs, but it also exposes us to their parents so that they know about our program. Because yes, you're right, we have a fantastic program and have graduated some unbelievable chefs, and we live in a town where people eat out the most. So hey, we're in the right place.
Absolutely. And Andrea, I know you are the chair of this amazing program as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about what can our students find in this program that has not been mentioned before?
Well, we do a lot of collaboration with other departments here at HCC to give students that full experience. One of the programs is Back to the Future, where we partner with English and some other departments to just talk about some different aspects of food that people don't normally think about. but I think Dean Brimmer and Chef Katie mentioned a lot of things that we do. But I think when our students leave the program, they get they're not only great chefs, but they're well-rounded individuals that can go out and be contributing members of our society. So I'm certainly very proud of it, and I was glad to be able to host today's show to kind of let us brag a little bit and hopefully promote some more enrollment in the program. So thank you.
Of course. And I promise I'll be thinking of ways to get you guys more involved out in the community. I know I already sent a couple of emails out to y'all to see if we can get the word out about our outstanding program, our Culinary Arts program. But I want to say thank you, especially to Chef Katie Rangel, our Pastry Arts Program Coordinator of Consumer Arts and Sciences, Center of Excellence, and our Tasty Tuesday guest. We'll have more of your info after our show. And just a shout out to Hugo Ortega and the Ortega brothers. Man, they are so awesome. They are an epitome of our HEC alum and also our communities. Thank you so much. And I promise you, he will be our Tasty Tuesday guest next week for our Hispanic Heritage Month. So I'm so excited about that. And guess what? I get to interview him. Well, I hope so. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to have to pull some strings. But thanks again, Chef Katie. Un abrazo.